How you doing? I'm Millz Lane, and this is The Lane, where we take a look at some stories that I may have, let's just say you need to hear. We can get into some of that. Donations are greatly appreciated to Millz Lane ACT through Cash App. Not necessary, but what we would appreciate is if you like, share, and subscribe this program. So, first person I want to take a hard look at is a fellow by the name of Herman Cain. So, um, Herman Cain passed away last week, and it's important that I try my best to break it down. Um, Herman Cain was 74 years old. He died of coronavirus, which is interesting because of the point of he was someone who was at um, President Trump's rally in Oklahoma, and he was shown with not wearing a mask, and he was with other, um, let's say, African Americans for Trump. Um, he came to the prominent scene to Americans, and when he ran for president, and this was the year 2012. As a Republican, he did not get the nominee. That nominee went to Mitt Romney. What we knew about Herman Cain was he graduated from Morehouse College, and he also was in the, I believe he was in the Navy, and then he earned his master's at Purdue University. One of the most famous jobs he held was the CEO of Godfather's Pizza. Yeah. So Herman Cain, when he ran for president, I took him serious. I looked at him like, this guy. It'd be nice to see a black man run against another black man for president of the United States. His plan was the biggest plan he had was a tax plan that was a 9% income tax, a 9% business tax, and a 9% like sales tax. So his plan was called the 999, which ruffled some feathers for people who don't like German thoughts going across and things of that nature. Also was kind of confusing to those who didn't understand business tax, especially when they've been paying 0% tax for so long. So his plan kind of withered away, and I think some woman showed up claiming he was an adulterer. And back in 2012, we weren't down with adulterers. So the pain point, I should say, of his death relies into the whole going to the rally for Trump, no mask, only to end up with COVID-19. As he had to use the respirator, the ventilator, I should say, and until he passed away. So, yes, in my mind, I was probably ready to vote for Herman Cain as president. I was not going to vote for Mitt Romney because the tax plan, it made a little bit of sense considering sometimes poor people can get taxed higher than 27% of their wages. So, but Herman, your time's done. You got 74 years on this planet. Condolences go to your family, and driving down that lane. Yes, the lane, ladies and gentlemen, a program where we just try to take a look at some things that's going on in American culture at the moment. And just topics in general. And if you like things like American culture and topics, you can always hit us up and watch our channel where we show American culture topics. So for instance, we have a show that comes on. We try to do this show every week, and it's important that I let you guys know I'm just one host, and I have a co-host, Trap Gardner. And Thursdays at 7 p.m. we try to deliver and break down an American culture topic, and also offer some insights on former history that you may or may not know about your great country of America. And for those who join us from not in America, your country is just not that great. But we thank you for joining us anyway. Moving along, the next story has to do with the YouTube and content creators. While content creators go a long way, it's important that their content is pure. What do I mean by pure? You should not be out here falsifying, lying, and utterly causing chaos. Which brings us to our next story about these two guys. These are Alan and Alex Stokes. What happened to these guys? Twin YouTube stars Alan and Alex Stokes charged with felonies after staging robbery pranks. Yeah. Of course, they did the pranks in California, and these guys got in a lot of trouble because it's a prank. It's a prank. Doesn't go too far once the police are involved. So now they're charged with felony, which is different from somebody saying something on the internet and just claiming that, hey, I just was I was playing and things of that nature. But these guys, and it's sad because they're not that old, but according to the DA, Alan and Alex ordered an Uber driver while posing as bank robbers on October 15th, beginning to caper around 2:30. The driver refused to drive them, and a bystander believed they were trying to carjack the Uber driver. So it was interesting there. What you got to understand is this doesn't have to happen. You can be a little bit more smarter about your whereabouts, and but do they think they're going to get away with it? Because, hey, we've been known to do things like this. Are they relying on their skin tone? More and more things to come from that. I don't know. Do I want them to get off? I want them to receive some type of justice because it stops copycats. And we don't want any copycats that's faking like they're going to rob a bank. They're lucky they didn't lose their lives. What if a guard, shot them? Or if the cop shot them? So, to the YouTube stars, Alex and Alan, I hope you made enough money on YouTube to provide you with a great lawyer. And finally, while some folks, had a nice, calm couple of days, it wasn't that way for the East Coast. As Hurricane Isaias, and I know I'm saying the name wrong because I never wanted to remember it. But from the time of last night, it had left 5 dead as it ripped through on its way to Canada. I believe it finished up in Canada, and there was a little bit of course, people were driving their cars into flooded roads. So as long as people drive their cars into flooded roads, um, then these things can keep happening. I'm not gonna sit here and act all innocent, but I saw the reports. The news told me that the tornadoes were possible, and the hurricane or tropical storm was headed towards my area. So I decided to take a day off. I said, yeah, maybe
CNN meteorologist Chad Myers.
maybe I'm not gonna go out. So so salute to my smart self for sitting my behind in the house and not going out. I could have went out. Yeah, I could have, but I could have made some money. But health is wealth, and if you're in the path of a hurricane or a tropical storm, it's important that you pretty much try to find a way away. Like, don't go. Protect your house. Take care of things like that. So, so we're gonna wrap it up for this new episode of The Lane. Um, and remember to join us for a new episode of American Culture Topics on Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on the Millz Lane channel. So thank you for joining me here at The Lane, and we will see you guys soon. Good night, and have a safe, wonderful time navigating your lane. Oh no, we don't want that.